Victor, we are told that you are at the premises. You might be at the premises where former world boxing champion Anthony Joshua might be. What can you tell us? We hear that the staff are denying that he might be there, but what have you seen so far?
Honestly, looking for Anthony Joshua in Lagos now is like looking for a needle in a haystack. And that's how bad it is. After that incident yesterday along Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, we understand that he was brought immediately to a Lagos hospital. And that Lagos hospital might just be this one you see behind me. It's called the Duchess International Hospital on Joel Ogunike, Jerry Keja here in Lagos. So we tried getting entrance, and from the security post, despite all the tricks and all of that, they were able to understand that we just might be journalists. And the security person initially did not want us to gain access to the lobby, but eventually I was able to meet with the receptionist who refused to give me intel. I mean, all she said was that Anthony Joshua is not in the premises of Duchess International Hospital. So there's a certain Jay, he called himself Jay. He said he's the spokesperson for the hospital. And I did ask him the same question. He denied any admittance of Anthony Joshua being in their premises. But from what I can gather, it does look that they're trying to hide something, and I can understand it's just company policy. Just like they said, it's company policy. We can't divulge information to you. So it's clear that Anthony Joshua is in this hospital. If judging by the fact that I have not seen any detail, any exotic car, any signs, any siren, any security going into that entrance, if you look very closely, you see 1, 2, 3 staircases. That's the entrance of the hospital. This is where you expect, VIPs, to go through to give you all the signs that you're looking for. But since I've been here, I've not seen any of such. And so, for some eyewitnesses are clearly telling me that there might just be another entrance. But it just looked like the hospital had it already calculated. They already had it planned out. They did not want any influencer around, maybe like the governor, for instance, that might attract attention to the hospital. So it was clearly mapped out, clearly calculated. So you might not likely see anything around the hospital that looks like there's a celebrity in the hospital. In the lobby itself, you only find sick persons, of course, who are there to seek medical attention. You won't find anything strange. But I understand that there are DSS officials around. Just looking around and, of course, the kind of job they do here. So, but I've not seen anyone around, but I've asked some questions, and some of the security personnel I've seen around in some of the places, they told me that, DSS had just, spoken to them, maybe warned them not to speak or, threatened them or something. So, for most times when we ask people questions around there, they do not want to say anything. In fact, one of them said, after all, even if Joshua is here, do you expect us to tell you? Well, that tells you exactly what we are looking for, that there is a likelihood that Anthony Joshua is here. And as a matter of fact, this hospital has an airstrip, just maybe the only hospital in Lagos that has an airstrip, so it means that Anthony Joshua could be could fly out of this hospital anytime from now to the airport and probably outside of the country. So it's possible that he might not even go through that exit. Seeing the fact that a lot of persons are trying to catch a glimpse of the world champion, but he might just fly out from that top of the hospital where we have an airstrip. So the truth is, Anthony Joshua might be here. He still might just not be here, but from the signs here, honestly, I wouldn't tell you, Mazino, that 100% AJ is here, but I could tell you that there's something that these guys are hiding. There's something that the officials do not want us to know, for some reasons. But the most important thing is that we hope that he's attending to medical treatment, and that's what we expect, just for him to be fine eventually. Yeah, Marcin.
Indeed. Well, we all expect that he will be fine. I think the word that you were looking for was a helipad, but it is possible. It's a bit too quiet anyway. But thank you very much, Victor. Victor, don't go anywhere. I'm being told that we have Favor Itwa, who is in Ogun State, the scene of the incident. Favor, let's confirm that you are with us. Favor, good afternoon. Yes, Favor, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, Mazino. Right. I can hear you loud and clear.
Fantastic. Favor, would like to know, you are at the scene of the incident. tell us exactly what you can see, even if it's a day after.
We are currently at the Police Motor Traffic Division in Shagamu. Behind me is the place where the vehicle of Anthony Joshua, of course the vehicle that was involved in an accident, this is where the vehicle was brought to from the accident scene at the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. We got here an hour ago, and of course we discussed with those in charge, and they did tell us that the case has been taken to the State Command of the Police Motor Traffic Division, and they will not, even allow us an access to the vehicle, which of course Anthony Joshua was traveling in when the accident occurred. But I can confirm to you that the vehicle is just behind me, where you can see, that's where the vehicle is. And of course, a lot of persons are, asking, of course, why we have separate venues for the accident scene. For instance, the truck, we saw the truck at the FRSC core. FRSC command in Shagamu, why the Anthony Joshua's vehicle, or the vehicle he was in when the accident happened, is currently in this venue just behind me. So that's the update so far. The Federal Safety said they're still investigating. The police from the PRO, police PRO in Ogun State, talking about DSP Oluseyi Bamisheyi, he did say that truly the investigations are still ongoing, and the case has been transferred from the local division to the state command.
Okay then. So Itwa, thank you very much for that. Victor, let me come back to you now. Victor, now we haven't heard anything from the hospital as regards to confirming whether he is there. But what do you think you might find that might indicate that there might be some sort of presence by either Anthony Joshua or maybe people that are likened to be his party? What do you think? What are you waiting to find out currently? Victor, I hope you can hear me.
Normally, if you have a celebrity of his status, yes, I can hear you loud and clear. Can you hear me, guys?
Yes, we can. Go ahead, please.
So I said, normally, if you have a person of Anthony Joshua's status in a place like this, you would expect to find, VIPs, maybe influencers, top personalities, dignitaries, just maybe around. But again, we understand that there might just be a private lift that takes all of them. We understand that Anthony Joshua is actually at the VVIP section. So even if you get access to the lobby, you are likely not going to see anyone that has any traces or influence to Anthony Joshua. Like I said earlier on, Mazino, it's a calculated attempt to wait the media off such scenes or something. So the only person you will see around when you get into the hospital premises are just persons who probably came around for medical checkup, attention, and what have you. So we did try to peep around, but none of such, signs or sights. So, but we do understand that he's currently at the VVIP section of the hospital, where there is a private lift that takes his families or colleagues or whoever, friends and families of Anthony Joshua to that particular basement. So we cannot categorically tell you, the location where he is right now, but we've been the security here would not give us such access at all. They greeted us with so much intentional vibrations that no, you can't get access here, no, AJ is not here, could you please leave?
Okay.
These are actually signs that clearly
Victor, I'm so sorry, Victor. Victor, I'm so sorry to cut in, but I want to come to Favor real quick because we are almost out of time. Favor, are there any additional details that you need us to know about the scene where you are at now?
Yes, Mazino, I also spoke to the zonal commanding officer of the FRSC, Stand Corps Marshal Ann Oladayo. She did confirm that 4 persons were in the vehicle that Anthony Joshua was traveling in. 2 persons were confirmed dead and 2 persons were rescued. The driver and the passenger himself, that's Anthony Joshua, while 2 of his friends, the ones seated in front and behind, were confirmed dead.
All right then. Thank you very much, Favor. Thank you very much, Victor, for joining us for the 3 o'clock bulletin and bringing us details about the incident that involved former world boxing champion Anthony Joshua. Thank you.